fallen through the floor.
Oh, that's different. The Tristana's locked in. You know, Tristana did receive some minor buffs on this patch as well.
Yeah, very minor buffs for Tristana. Obviously a later game scaling, but the key thing, push potential. Look at it, Tristana, her biggest strength, get up to the tower, put the explosive charge on, take it down, blow up the tower. With Karma, with Tristana, they're going to try and push out. And Splyce, they've got a fairly defensive setup. Jhin, Braum, yes, you can go aggressive onto it, but there's a lot of mobility here in this bottom lane. With Tristana, with Karma, theoretically shouldn't get picked off. For Splyce, across the board, though, high magic damage from the top half of the map. Rengar can pretty heavily snowball something like a Cassiopeia, but up against a Corki, difficult to get into that lane.
Yeah, seems like the game plan for ROCCAT's going to be trying to stay safe in that mid lane. Keep the protection ready for the bottom side of the map and see if they can make that one work. There's been a lot of struggles for ROCCAT, but they've had a creative pick ban phase this time around as Yamato Cannon gives his team a little bit of last-minute pep talk. They're walking off the stage. Grabs looks a little less confident, but to be fair, he's had a lot of tough times as of late.
He has. I do quite like the ROCCAT draft in some senses where you're looking at strong side lanes. You've got the Shen, you've got the Corki. You can siege down towers very effectively. Tristana, Karma, Lee Sin can all disengage as well. So there's a fair amount of mobility now for ROCCAT. Splyce are going to have to try and get fights started utilizing this Jhin, this Rengar, this Rumble. See if they can catch ROCCAT out.
Nothing's going to come of it just yet. Maxlor and Betsy, though. Betsy's got a package. They're going to look to make a play.
Yeah, they're making a play on bot side because they have the
Shen.
They go early.
Special delivery, and it's an exhaust down onto Kabi. Faxi gets a taunt off. They focus for first blood, and it goes the way of Yarden. Well executed from ROCCAT, but can they make it out alive? The red carpet gets laid down by Wonder in the backside, but 5 members of ROCCAT standing firm together. In comes Senkux. He nails a big, petrifying gaze, and he takes down what did before falling himself. Faxi's going to give his life here, and this has turned bloody. 3-2 so far in kills. Flashes for flashes. Yarden is going to get a buster shot. Double kill for Trashy before Yarden takes him out.
Wonder
it's not done yet. Harpoons for the ace.
Ace for Splyce. It looked like such a clean play out of ROCCAT to start. They get the Shen early. They dive onto the AD carry, take Kabi out. What could possibly go wrong? Translating it into a play is a significant improvement for them, but they might be caught out on the top side here.
Oh, Fax is going to shadow dash. Trashy hops in, and there's a flash spent. Maxlor was there for the defense, but the Sonic Wave doesn't land on Trashy. That's the end of that for now.
Yeah, just neglecting the opponent's teleport and the roaming potential of Cassiopeia.
Usually a bad idea to do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got a poke fest in the bottom side. Senkux is going to be caught by Betsy. That burst damage is real. Petrifying gaze, but in comes Maxlor, tagging his way to a kill.
And this is good follow-up from ROCCAT as well. I mean, they come towards mid lane, knowing Senkux used his exhaust on Maxlor in the last fight, and the flash is down. Now Maxlor wants to trade with Trashy.
Oh boy, he really wanted to go deep on that one. So he manages to find some damage, but he takes some as well. Shots are flying. Maxlor is trying to dodge. Two-step. The last shot is enough. And Kabi claims the kill. Though taunt is up. It's a lot of damage, and they get the redemption out. Out goes Yarden. He rocket jumps away, but that's left Faxi by himself right now as the curtain call opens up. Once again, the equalizer's there. Oh, Faxi's gonna have that shot intercepted by Maxlor. Senkux trying to make the play, but the snake gets kicked away. And now Maxlor's gone in for a second round, but it's not gonna be enough. And the buster shot only knocks them back, and they're safe to push.
It looked like Mickey was out on his own, but so tanky with that unbreakable shield up that Kianan just wasn't doing enough damage to him. Splyce will get the first kill. They want to look to continue this.
Yeah, minions are running out right now, though, so they won't be able to keep pushing it. Just some more chip damage. They get the one kill into Maxlor. That was a really hectic fight for a moment.
Died. Splyce potentially could have looked to the Baron, but Mickey this time.
Oh, Betsy, he's going all in, and he's bringing Faxi to the party. That's going to be just enough damage, even without the taunt landing. They take out Mickey X.
Oh, Mickey.
Let's see what happens next. Splyce looking to try and collapse, overstepping. Perhaps ROCCAT right now. Mickey X leading the charge. There's a glacial fissure. Yarden's interrupted. Oh, but they're going to tag in and try to save his life. He goes down before they can even finish off the channel of anything. ROCCAT are just collapsing. Betsy and Yarden are getting collapsed on, I should say. Immediately melted through Maxlor. It's going to be a goose chase here if Trashy can find him. Or if Trashy can't find him, I should say. That's 2 quick kills, but they were not ready for that.
Clearly ROCCAT don't subscribe to the leave no man behind mantra because Yarden was on his own. Nobody was there to defend for him. We'll have to take another look. That's Splyce. I mean, we talked about a quick Baron from ROCCAT. They've got Cassiopeia, they've got a good amount of items on Jin.
Yeah, ROCCAT can take a fast one too.
Take him out.
Maxlor actually managed to get away too, so that was 2 quick kills. It really wasn't even much of a fight. Just one catch that turned into more. Now Wonder is getting kicked out by Maxlor. He's got the equalizer down. He's going to try to 1v4 and get another kill, but they tag in, and Wonder is blowing back to base.
But look at how much work he did. He dragged the rest of the team to the bot lane, so they get mid-inner with the Baron buff. They're going to get top-inner as well. Faxi has to be careful, otherwise he's going to get 5v1'd under tower, and we just saw how 4v1 went for Wonder. But Wonder did a good job of slowing down ROCCAT. It's going to be a recall and reset from Splyce after this. Here's
on
Wonder.
the minions now. Splyce have said, we want to keep on pushing down this bottom side. They've still got 9 seconds of Baron to contend with, or to move with, rather. ROCCAT have to contend with all this pushing power that they've got in their favor. Maxlor looking for a flank around the side, but it doesn't look like it's happening as the curtain call opens up. Redemption comes down to keep them healthy, but this tower is not going to get any benefit from that. Splyce want to open the base, and they manage it in. Yarnan nearly goes down in that one. Wonder still pushing forward, a redemption of Splyce's own. Yarnan burning low, and the carries just aren't doing enough damage as a double kill comes in for Kabi. Betsy is isolated on the other side. Splyce have just muscled their way into this base.
Yeah, it didn't look like Splyce were going to get too much until Yarnan stepped forward to try and clear the wave. Trashy jumped in with his ultimate running and takes most of his health bar off. Now they come back out.
Oh, Betsy, he's tenacious, trying. Look at those low health bars right now on Senkooks, on Wonder, on Mickey X. Splyce realized they can't end the game right here, right now. The death timers just aren't long enough yet. Have not been able to do the same thing. They have not been able to get into the back line, and not without getting punished like Betsy is right now. One easy shot of the curtain call. That's a second. That's a third. And the channel from Faxi will not even complete.
Just another pickoff on the carries. What was this solid early game has been really sloppy late.
Maxlor gets a kickoff, but it was just on to Mickey X here, and now he's going to have to try and hightail it out back to his base. Not going to happen. Another kill, another tower, and for Splyce, it's looking like another win. What did is onto his fountain, but he just can't get it done. Faxi trying to distract the members of Splyce, but he's the last man standing, and I don't see that happening for much longer. He might get a bit of a heal off, but it don't matter a thing. Minions marching forward. Splyce looking to end this.
Splyce, they're going to take another win. First game of this series. Looked comfortable past 25 minutes.
It really did, but at the end of the day, Splyce, they have just managed to seal the deal. 37.5, and GG to them. 1-0 on the series.
The problem here, if you don't get some kind of block or sustain, like a Braum here, to block out a lot of the damage from Varus, Varus Karma just pokes you down, so that Tom Kench is a little bit trickier to actually pull off.
I suppose that's the case, and Mickey actually had some pretty crucial counter engages last time around, so Kabi and he have gone back to the favorite from last game, but things have mixed up a little bit on the other side with the Kazakhs and the Singed for Splyce. So, ROCCAT's composition, it looks pretty team fighty. Looks like it's going to be scaling up pretty heavily as well. What is Splyce going to do to work against that?
Well, Splyce's is fairly, we're going to go out into the other lanes and just try and clear minions. That's all we're going to do for a while. Just try and be out onto the side lanes with the Corki, with the Singed. You got good disengage from the Braum, and that Kazakhs can move stealthily between the lanes and try and help out as well. So it's a very interesting setup. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game goes through. As you said, we haven't seen Singed. That's a matchup we're going to have to watch out in that top lane.
Well, it has been played in a number of other regions. I was wondering, a lot of people wondering when it was going to make its way to the European LCS, but the answer is finally it's going to be Splyce bringing it out. Game 2, they're trying to put this one away 2-0. On ROCCAT's side, they're going to need to overcome. They've had a real rough time of it as late. Not been able to find any match wins here in Europe. With 5 weeks into the split, that is definitely not where you want to be, but there have been glimmers of hope. We've seen them have good early games. We've seen them have good mid games. We've seen them even take a few games off teams like FINNALE. They took a game off of Giants as well earlier on in the split. But against the upper tier teams, it just hasn't been good enough to really do much of anything.
Available, so couldn't quite get the full damage that he wanted onto Maxlor. Bot lane, though, Mickey's trying to block as much as he can from Yarnan.
Oh, they turn onto him, though, and that is a big glacial fissure. Kabi flashes away, opens the curtain call, but there's a teleport coming in, and Faxi should be able to block if what did isn't doing enough. The rest of ROCCAT have reacted quite quickly, but Wonder is trying to cause chaos in this fight. That's first blood over to Trashy. Wonder's still looking for more as he's bailed out. No, he goes right back on in, thinks he's tanky enough to survive. Yarnan with the arrow is not going to finish it off, but in comes Senkooks around the back. The Foss bomb does not land, and Betsy was right behind him there. All said and done, it's a 1-for-0, but didn't die.
Yep.
That's part of the deal with Singed. You cannot always kill him as easily as you think, but now Splyce, they're looking to make the dive on to Faxi. Oh, he knows the jig is up right now. He gets a taunt back in, but he's going to have to burn his flash. Can he stay alive long enough? No, I don't think so. Maxlor was there for the defense, but 3 will always beat 2. And the collateral damage just looks like it tickled Wonder.
That was a clean break from Splyce on the top side. Now we go to bottom side, but will it open up?
Curtain call, it's on Wadid. Yarnin's gonna be the one blocking this time. He tanks the third shot. The chains are on. Glacial Fissures up, but Kabi did not want to fight any further.
Nope.
So they disengage.
Didn't want anything else from that. ROCCAT did have a bunch of damage still to output.
He needs to wait until he finishes his Hydra to make that happen. Wonder himself, he of course has the Swifties completed, so he moves a little faster right now as he's on to the mid. He flips Betsy. The goo comes a little too late. The command shockwave lands, and now Betsy's got a Shen shield on him, but they burst right through it, and Wonder is gonna make it out again.
It's so frustrating to play up against a Singe that is able to get out, but Mickey did die in the process. Splyce still coming out ahead. Oh, Wonder's got to be careful. Faxi, he's got a Tiamat here. Faxi doesn't want to take this fight.
Oh, Wonder, he's just trying to run circles right now, and he flips right into Trashy. Foxy didn't realize the jungler was right behind. He's going to have to shadow dash, but the leap, Trashy says, you aren't going nowhere. On for a little while, and he also has his Sork shoes available. But they need to get out of here right now. Trashy's coming, and so is the teleport. Mickey collapsing around the side. They look for Maxlore. A big shockwave right into range of the tower, but they flip Maxlore over. That's still shut down onto Trashy. Big gold coming in for Betsy, but it's a trade of jungles right now. Oh, what didn't Betsy? Way too low. The shot splits the uprights. And ROCCAT stay alive.
No conversion on that one for Kobe on the fourth hit, but Splyce, as we were coming up to the 15-minute mark, it was looking better for them, but they go right into the shockwave for Betsy and end up playing right into the jaws of near defeat at that point. But Splyce able to maintain a lead for now.
I think he's doing all right. He looked a little low. There are a few champions you can do that on when you are effectively almost dead to your opponent, but it's always deceptive with Singed. And Mickey was a little bit low himself in the bottom side, but Yarnin couldn't find the finishing shot. Maxlore now coming up to the top to try and even these odds.
Yeah,
so is Trashy. Wonder, he realizes he might be in trouble. He's got his ghost on, but it is a little slower this time. He's going to get taken down, and Trashy arrives too late.
There's always one play too many, isn't there? But here's the danger. Here is where Graves Jungle really succeeds, is you can get one kill, move right up to a tower, and look, Splyce cannot react yet. Trashy is trying. Senkuk's shoved out mid to try and respond to this, and now Mickey is coming up, and that forces ROCCAT back away. Just the sheer threat of pushing from ROCCAT in the top side has dragged everybody up there, and it's all a fake. It's ROCCAT pushing bottom side with their AD carry.
Excuse me, that's Wonder moving forward for Senkux. And Maxlore, he's going to be caught out. He sends the collateral and the flash, but they flip him right back in. And Senkux with his third of the game.
Gotta go fast build coming out from Wonder with that righteous glory.
I love this build, by the way. You do a really ridiculous speed up, and no one expects you to go that fast.
It's silly.
Even with nerfed Ghost, it's still
very
awesome.
silly. When you get to that full acceleration.
Yeah.
However, mid tower did just get traded.
That's true. They got something for it.
This time for ROCCAT, this is a little more beneficial than in the last game.
He played a lot of strange stuff. I mean, he was one of the first to bring out Talia in the European LCS. And as a top laner, he's still probably one of the only ones to play it. Oh, Glacial Fissure is dodged just by Maxlore, and now Trashy's there.
Here comes
Wonder once again. The shockwave was a little bit late and didn't land on everybody, but now Maxlore Faxi in some trouble. Splyce, however, they're low health bars, and Wadid is looking to pick up a kill himself. It's Senkux, though, that finds the first onto Maxlore. The curtain call opens up to try and cover Trashy's escape, but Betsy is having none of it, and he doesn't secure the kill. It is a 1-for-1 after all that.
Should have done a lot, but
they stopped Wonder. Chains of Corruption. Mickey was there to block for him right now, but he's a little bit low. He's going to be able to ult and walk away for now. ROCCAT have responded.
Good use of the ultimate by Maxlore. Just clears the minion wave away, denies what should have been a tricky hold for them, and topside, they've got a tower from Faxi as well, so good response from ROCCAT to punish this Splyce team. Splyce, without the package, haven't been able to go aggressive behind the tower. Here comes the curtain call.
They do open up on Maxlore. He flashes the second shot, but right into Senkux. He's got a shield on. See if he can stay alive, and Kabi says, no, you can't. They've not been able to find too many this split so far. Senkux goes back forward, and it's a flash out by Yarnin. The wave isn't there to keep pushing this right now, but Senkux just doesn't care. Exhaust is on. Maybe he should now as Faxi has the Stand United. Trashy tags in to take out Yarnin, but they might leave Senkux for dead. No, the redemption saves his life. Faxi's caught between three, and they turn around to cut off Maxlore. Wonder is just making this a party, and ROCCAT don't want any of this fiesta. Knocked up, taken out. Trashy with the 5th kill of the game. ZZ Rod right in the middle of it all. Wonder's just rushing to push them away from this tower.
The CZ Rod actually just gets insta-killed by the tower. And ROCCAT, they tried to fight. They leave Hyanan on his own. Trashy jumps through. Sengox isn't done.
Whoa. 404. Death's not found for Sengox this game, and it's going to be Splyce starting on this Baron.
Yeah, it's an easy Baron take for Splyce, and at this point we're getting to the point where Splyce are wrapping this game up. We talked about it in game one. Average Baron power plays for them is normally pretty high, 5,479. Well, the clock's denying Faxi the ability to clear out the wave, but now Wonder's going to come for mid. Yarnan's out of position in mid.
Oh boy, could be the big one right there. Yarnan's taken out, and Wonder lets the poison finish the job as he was preoccupied with the minions on the inhibitor turret. That's going to be a tower taken down. 31 minutes. Well, it looks like it is going to be the big Baron power play. That's another tower down. Bot Sengox with the last of the minions gets it, and he's free time on the inhibitor. And now Trashy and Wonder are causing havoc here as a big shot from Sengox means that Maxlor Betsy would did. Even Faxi can't stay alive.
Sengox is so far ahead in his mind that he is behind the team. Splyce pushing through for another inhibitor. In game one, they averaged over 3K on the Baron power play, not quite the 5K that we were talking about. This one's going to be a big one because they've taken down 2 inhibitor towers. They've taken down an outer tower. They got kills. Splyce, they're in full control to end this game.
33.5 minutes in, they have a 10K gold lead. They're looking to take down the last of the inhibitor towers as Wonder flips Wadid right into the rest of them. Yarnan trying to make a play. Wadid's not going to live through it though as Trashy comes in to finish the job, but a big shockwave will mean a shutdown. Maxlor manages to get a kill onto Trashy. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but Faxi a little too low. Redemption coming in. Wonder, Kabi, Mickey all low, but they're healed up, and Sengox is threatening on the front side. They stop Maxlor up as well in the back. A long-range deadly flourish. The minions will be coming soon enough, but once again, Splyce are going to reset, and ROCCAT have to lick their wounds.
Style in this game as Wonder, and that's an Elder Drake start for Splyce. ROCCAT being held back by this Singed almost single-handedly.
Not able to turn in and contest this Elder Drake. Most of the advantage will be from the burn it gets, but they've opened up the curtain call, and Betsy was flipped. He just dodges one, flashes for second, gets a shockwave, but it won't be nearly enough damage as Sengox claims his 5th kill of the game. Still hasn't died.
Splyce take down the Elder Drake. Don't even look for the Baron, which is about to spawn. It was 4.7K on their last Baron power play. The next one will be fairly slow because it would mean the end of the game, but Splyce wants to end this one quick. They're going to try and look to push in for the win. ZZ Rock portals down.
Yeah, who needs a Baron when you've got portals? ROCCAT trying to push back. Trashy takes a little bit of chunk damage, but Wonder is getting a flip right at fountain level here, and he's pushed them all the way back as they take one Nexus turret, eyeballing the second. Wonder's a little bit low, but he's regenning health all through it all. Inhibitor comes right back up, but there's still a couple down here. Faxi's gonna get locked up and taken down by Trashy. Redemption comes in. Splyce are getting ready for round 2 as they take down one inhibitor, look to fire down on the last Nexus turret, and there's little ROCCAT can do.
Yeah, Splyce thinking with portals. They don't want a number 3 to this series. They're gonna end the game.
GG, well played, and don't even lose a man at the last. Splyce take the 2-0 victory to move forward.